All right, this is my hunter for day one, Vow of Disciple. I've chosen to take a hunter in just to add some more utility to our team and just more void. One of the two things I will run is either going to be Night Stalker with Vanishing Step and Stylish Executioner. The fragments I like to run are Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Persistence, Echo of Remnants, and Echo of Undermining. Just to make sure everything is weakened, everything is just exploding, everything is generating a well of void wells with Mobius Quiver. Absolutely busted super. At least to start off, I'm going to run Ignition Code with Blinding, Funnel Web, and Galahorn. That's what I'm going to start off with, at least to load into the raid. If I need some range, we're going to put on Hailing Confusion, which will also cover Unstoppable if there are any Unstoppable champs. Overload SMG for that. If I need more range, we can also swap to Gnawing Hunger. If I really need to switch things up, we can go with Fatebringer and Truth Teller with Blinding, or Empty Vessel with Blinding. Big theme around here is blinding, like blinding.
14 months, my dear.
Jonesy, thank you for the 14.
Good luck tomorrow,
Appreciate
brother.
it. Thank you, man. Cartesian, because even though fusion rifles aren't as great, Cartesian is still fantastic for big targets. I might switch it out for No Composure, but I think Cartesian is going to be good enough. Divinity, if I need to run Divinity, and a Fourth Horseman for big chunky chunks. Outbreak, Wither Horde are probably two other things I might swap to. Thoughtless for DPS scenarios, Izanagi for DPS, and Succession for DPS or major champ damage. That's really all I need. I'm going to think I'm running around. Rockets, if it's a rocket meta inside of that raid, Overflow Lasting, Field Prep Lasting, or even G-Horn. If it's not, then either Reed's Regret with Triple Tap Firing Line, or Whisper the Worm if we have a very long DPS scenario. For Ad Clear, of course, Void, so we're going to Corrective Measure, and Parasite for just anything not a boss. Parasite. I don't think people are realizing how good Parasite is, but Parasite. I think for armor, I'm not going to really swap much. More than likely, I'm either going to just run this and then just build more void just across the board. Well of Tenacity, Phantom Might, and then some Unstoppable and Overload. Phantom Might for the extra 25% damage for void weapons, which is also a really good reason to run Royal Entry if you can go into a damage phase with ammo and Phantom Might active. A solid 10 seconds for 3 or 4 rockets of an extra 25% damage, which shouldn't be slept on when you're 20 underneath in a counter. 6 Coyote is gonna rock my Reaping Wellmakers, and Thermal Shock Plating for solar and arc resistance and sniper resistance. Might swap out for Void, but I think sniper resistance, especially because of all the scoring crossbows one-shotting, sniper resistance is going to be a must. Elemental armaments, pretty much with every weapon I'm running, we're going to be able to make void wells. I think it's every 5 kills, I think, but 5 kills make a well that's void, which should either help Funnel Web or Gnawing Hunger. If I'm not running these two, then Fatebringer with Osmosis should then get that Volatile flowing. Again, I'm wanting to make sure that my teammates are getting as many wells as possible, and I'm getting as many wells as possible myself. Double recoup. I don't know about anything else, but double recoup. Nothing else is worth it. Double recoup. Rocket Scavenger for just the artifact slot, I think is the best choice. if Gallahorn needs the ammo, or if Royal Entry or Hezen needs the ammo. I should probably swap this out for Rocket Finders. Yeah, because we already got a Harmonic. So we'll do that. Yeah. No. Double Recoup did get nerfed, but it's still better than having one. It isn't a 1-to-1, it's a 1.5. So one Orb of Light gives you 75% back of your health, of your shield and health, versus 100%, which is still worth it. But then I still have Scav on, so absolutely. But Double Recoup is still better than not having Double Recoup. Whereas this gives you half of your stuff, this gives you 75%. My Hunter looks like a cool Power Ranger. You can thank Plaid for that. On the class side, I'm running just a little bit of mobility just to get us. Actually, really don't even need it, but to fill that out. And then we're gonna run Lucent Hive. If there's any champions or Hive light bearers in the raid, I can finish them and make heavy for myself and my team. Volatile Flow, which is all about getting void everywhere. And Overload Grenades. So I'm personally a big fan of Volatile with Void Wall, although I might swap to Vortex for the suck. But I do think Void Wall is a little bit better just for crowd control and creating a line of just deterring enemies away from us. But if I need to swap to Vortex, we'll swap to Vortex. But I like to start with Void Wall. So that's what we're gonna rock for that. Harmonic Siphon's so good. Yeah, so good. That with Gnawing Hunger or Funnel Web or even Fatebringer is all you truly need. But then just blinding everywhere, and then a couple DPS scenarios for either burst, sustained, or somewhere in between. And then Sword is literally just for jumping puzzles, or I don't know, probably just jumping puzzles or speed or something. If for some reason I need to swap and we need more ad clear, I will run Stasis with the Dustfield Nade exotic, Renewal Grasp. These things make Dustfield Nades that are stupid high and stupid long and stupid fast. And they also give you and your teammates a damage reduction while standing inside the Dustfield Nade. And the enemies also they also do less damage while in the Dustfield Nade. So if for some reason I need to just swap things up, I will run Stasis, which is still a really good suppression subclass, and run this. So. The shader that we're running is Atlantic Rush, if you need to see an overview of our character. That's what we're vibing with. If I'm running Blinding GL and a Legendary Rocket, what exotic should I run in an energy slot? I would run Teraba or Sunshot or Graviton, something like that. Any of the exotic primaries that got the 40% buff. So, any of that. So yeah, that's what my Hunter is going to be rocking. That's what we're going to take into day one. If for some reason I need to swap to a Warlock, this is what we're running for a Warlock. I don't know. Don't worry about the weapons, because they're just there for stationary stuff. Although I do think Teraba and some Waveframe GLs would be definitely worth it. Deafening Whisper for more volatile flow, Sunshot and Teraba for just really good ad clear because of the exotic primary buff. Although you could also go Graviton Lance as well. And then of course Sleeper is still not a bad choice. I actually am going to keep Two-Tailed Fox on me just in case. Who knows, but just in case. I think the same stuff is really here. Well of Tenacity, Reaping Wellmaker, Sniper Resistance, Solar and Arc Thermal Shock Plating. I'm going to run Sanguine Alchemy. I just really like it. I think it's really good this season with the Void Rift system, especially with Void Wall. Feed the Void is really, really good. So Feed the Void lasts as long as your rift is up. So having a rift, the longer you have a rift, the longer Child of the Old Gods does its thing. The faster you get another rift, faster you heal you and your teammates, devour it. So good. I just love that combo. The Echo of Expulsion, Remnants, Undermining, and Persistence, same thing as my Hunter. And Void Wall is, I think is really, really good. So I will run this as well. The only difference I think is no Loosen Hive, and instead running Devouring Deaths just to take advantage of the extra, like, I think 15%. I don't know the number, but just more super damage. Just more super damage when I have Devour. And since you're a Warlock, you generally always have Devour up, so free super damage. And then double recoup once again, and elemental armaments. That's literally it. I might swap to Well if we need to, which at that point we just swap to Well and just Luna Factions, or Transversives, or a second Filaments, or even Boosted December, but one or the other. Otherwise, it's just gonna prioritize Void non-stop. So you could also go Controverse Hold, but I don't see Controverse being as useful in day one, but who knows. And then the occasional, if you're gonna go that route though, I just run Nezarec though, to be honest. Or even Fellwinter's Helm. I have that also ready to go. And of course, Stag. But I think this is gonna be a play. Yeah, that is that's what I'm taking in. Deafening Whisper and Explosive Personality are gonna have a lot of use, I think. There you go. The raid starts at noon Central. That's where I am. Of course, I'll be streaming it at twitch.tv/EpicDan22. If you need a home to watch the raid, of course. We'll be here.